Hey, how y'all doing? This is Stoney, and we're doing What Does Your Child Want to Say? Deck 1, Deck 2, and Deck 3. So you can pause the video if you need to, and we're going to get started with Deck 1. Okay, these have been pre-shuffled, and we'll use these to kind of get us started. The general idea of the energy. Alrighty then. Okay. Alright, let's double check. So I'm absolutely getting this very sad vibe. A vibe of someone that feels like this person is sad. Can't necessarily explain their sadness. But they're also very aware of who they are. Like this particular child has a I would say a high or healthy self-esteem. They have a very healthy view of who they are. However, there are these outside, I want to call them burdens, that create a sadness. Okay, so this here is a wish. Someone, I hear someone wishing. So I don't know if this is a teenage boy, like they're wishing that they could be intimate with the girl. Like wishing for sexual energy, wishing for sexual arousal. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is just somebody that is in freaking puberty and they are fighting their emotions. So now in here, like it's like very in a bag, very light, very faint. Like there may be someone who is also they're confused about their sexuality. They don't know if they like boys or girls. They know they like girls, right? But there's this other thing, like this emotional thing with boys. Like maybe this child is confusing the camaraderie and the connection and the things that boys have in common, like musty underarms or whatever, like mistaking that for like a romantic type thing. So there's some confusion here. So there's this internal battle or this internal struggle that this child is experiencing based off of societal norms and how they're feeling. Alrighty then. Let's get it papa-lacking, crack-a-lacking. Okay, now like I said, I did already shuffle these cards, so on each deck, and I just do whatever they say. Like, yeah, this child is overburdened. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So there are a lot of thoughts here, a lot of feelings of being trapped, a lot of thinking of wanting to escape. So it's like if I control my thinking, then I'm gonna be trapped. But then if I express myself, then I'm gonna have to lie. I'm gonna have to be deceptive. So this child is going back and forth. Like maybe they feel like their family probably would not accept this particular lifestyle. Yeah. So it's like this child carries this burden. Yeah. So for them, it's like the best option for them is to be deceptive, is to just, you know, tell a little bit of the truth and not necessarily everything. I'll keep some of my thoughts and some of my ideas to myself. Um, because this child doesn't want to fight. They don't necessarily want to have to defend themselves or their actions. So they lie. They don't tell the truth. Mm. You know, so there is this internal battle. There is this fight that is going on mentally. I feel like physically this child may also have to defend him or herself. Um, but there's a lot of confusion about society, no matter how progressive we think the world is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this child is reaping the rewards of a lie. Um, them hiding who they are, them being a secret, them telling partial truths and escaping with the bigger truths gives them opportunity. Hmm. So now this is also turning into a child who is attempting to stand their ground. Like, okay, I'm gonna keep these things to myself because I'm gonna stand up for myself. Um, hmm. It's like it's also giving that this child is also ready to stand up to face their confusion, like they're ready to learn on their own. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of what's going on because I'm going to figure it out. I know I'm confused. I know I'm trapped, but let me figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. Mm. Yeah, there's just a lot of confusion, a lot of thought going on, a lot of reflection. Um, I'm also hearing a lot of hiding. Okay, let's see. Mm. Okay, so this child is also waiting for some information to come in to clear up their confusion to free them. So this may be a them wanting clarity. If this is giving a teenager, like adolescent, something, um, like they're waiting for someone else to come, some information to come and free them, not necessarily another person. Hmm. Like maybe there is also this energy of someone coming to feed information to keep someone trapped. So I'm not, might be an older person. I wanted to say it's not giving predator, but it's absolutely giving bully. I'll say that. But there's this very light sexual undertone under it. But it feels like more bullying than whatever this sexual thing is. Like the sexual undertone kind of sort of feels like an added game to the bullying, if that makes sense. Hmm. Okay. So we have someone that feels very good about leaving or sharing partial truths and keeping other parts of the truth to themselves. I guess it makes it easier for them to get away, or makes it easier for them to escape. It makes it easier for people not to see them. Hmm. But I feel like whoever this person is, they are leaving a trail of truth. Like they kind of think they're slick, but they're not. Okay. I'm just reading cards. I don't really know where this is going, but it is giving predator. Um, yeah, emotional and sexual. Hmm. But not only that, like I said, they're leaving with information. They're leaving with seeds planted in their mind. Hmm. I'm hearing rescue, like somebody needs to be rescued. Somebody needs to be paying attention to what seeds are being planted in their child's minds. Um, yeah, I feel like there's some type of manipulation or that's going on, like maybe somebody taking advantage of someone's confusion. Okay. Some advice. All right. All right. So, if you have had any doubt in your mind or you had some questions about what your child was thinking, how they were being influenced, whatever, anything like that, it says trust your intuition and follow through. Be aware of your surroundings and leap at opportunity. Um, I'm going to say this. I don't have children, but if I did, they would not have any there is no privacy. There's no privacy. There's no privacy in a phone I pay for. There's no privacy in a roof, under a roof that I pay for. There are some things that I will, mind my business about. I may not read your journal, but I'm going through your phone. I'm going through your phone. I'm checking, your backpack. I'm searching your room to see if you have a gun or drugs in your room randomly. So whatever is going on, none of that was in here. I was really an exaggeration, but trust your intuition and follow through. Be aware of your surroundings and leave an opportunity. So if there's an opportunity for you to have a teachable moment with your child, take advantage of it. If you're watching something on television and it sparks up, see if it can spark up a conversation to create a teachable moment. Um, one of their friends get in trouble. It's an opportunity for you not to bash them, not to lecture them, but just have a conversation with them about it, their understanding of it, right? Take advantage of those opportunities to get to know your child. Um, okay, this says take charge. Use your mental and physical strength to overcome adversity. Protect and cherish what you love. So if you find that you have someone that you need to protect your child from, that you need to protect their mind from, then protect and cherish what you love. You have to take advantage, like it said before, use that opportunity um, to teach, but also use that opportunity to protect. All right. Grow within your current situation. Track down your fears and desires. So, this is also about you connecting with your child. It's not just about what they want to say to you, but also it's about you connecting with them. Like this is what they're pretty much sharing, is that they want to connect, but not in a very natural way, not like a parent child. They're not asking to be your friend, not like a parent child, like a mentor. Like how would you talk and connect with one of their friends? And I feel like a lot of times adults, their friends find you cool because you're not responsible for them. So you can kind of give them, chill advice. But what's the difference? They're hanging together. That's your child. You don't have to demand, so learn how to communicate with your child. So growing within the current situation, um, is going to help you to create wisdom and also to be able to impart wisdom. Now, in order for you to do that, so this says track down your fears and desires. So, because that's not your child, your friend child is not yours, you're able to communicate with them from a disconnected level. So it's like, what are the fears you have for your child, and you being able to deal with those fears in order for you to relinquish these fears that you have in order to empower your child to make appropriate choices and decisions and process thoughts when you're not around, and then also providing them a level of comfort for them to seek you out when you're not around. All right. I hope that made sense. I hope it helped. And we're going to move on to deck number 2. Thank you if you made it this far. If you're interested in booking a personal private reading, you can reach out to me at StonyTheMystic.com and book your reading there. If you book a reading anywhere else in the DMs, because y'all know it goes down in the DM, but not over here. You can only book a reading on the website. So if you're booking readings somewhere that's not StonyTheMystic.com, if you're booking a reading in the DMs on Instagram, TikTok, or wherever, it's not me. It's not me. Hey. This is Stony, Melanated Mystic, and we have deck 2. What does your child want to say to you? Yeah, let's get started. All right. All right, I may have to come back to that. We have the Hawk. I see protection. You have sorrow and fighting. So this is giving the energy of someone watching someone full of sorrow, watching someone fighting, or watching two people fight. This is interesting because I'm not seeing the child. I'm seeing this energy flying, hovering above this sadness and fighting, or maybe someone who is fighting sadness. Now, this is not going to apply to everybody, but this could also be a child who has passed on and they are flying, hovering above, protecting and watching you in sorrow and fighting this sorrow. Um, mm, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, this is about a loss. Okay. Um, yeah. All right. Mm, okay. So this energy here is absolutely, and we haven't pulled any cards, but showing up is a child that has passed on. Um, they no longer have breath. So there may have been an issue with this child's breathing. Um, I'm getting the mother tried to do like natural remedies, or maybe there is also a mother who does rituals and is involved in the craft. Okay, and the energy just cut off right there. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there is this very nasty um, energy involving a ritual. Um, this ritual didn't necessarily have any. I'm hearing positive intentions, but the word outcomes is being shouted from the back. Like, I shouldn't say intentions, I should say outcomes. I hear real devilish clients, real devilish clientele. Hmm. All right. I don't know. So if there is a practitioner, um, mm, you already know. If you're a practitioner, I'm not saying this because you already know. Mm. Mm. Okay, I'm getting up out of there. All right, so hopefully this energy will change. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, thank you. Ooh. Okay. So now I feel sorry for the snake. All right, I feel sorry for the snake. I feel sorry for whatever. Damn. I feel sorry for whatever took this child's breath, is what I hear. Mm. So this hug, and we haven't, started yet, but this hug, I don't want to look at the snake, but the hog, like the snake is dangerous to us, to humans. The snake is very dangerous. Hmm. Hmm. It's not what you think it is. Very powerful entity. and people play with the snake like it's their king or something. People play with the snake. Hmm. Okay. So somebody played with the snake, right? And then they had to suffer the consequence of dealing with the snake or dealing with a snake, right? And to me, this is giving practitioner, this is giving ritual, and I do none of those things. So, I don't know. Um, However, that is some past energy, and currently, um, there is a spirit, a protective, expansive spirit energy that's coming to take vengeance. This is yeah, this coming to take vengeance. So if a hawk, I don't even know if hawks eat snakes, but I know an eagle will take a snake high up and then it just dies or whatever. So I don't know what the hawk gonna do to the snake, but the snake, you in danger, girl. You in danger. Um, mm, you in danger from the air. Hmm. So whoever this snake is, or whoever unleashed this snake, um, they need to be prepared. Well, they're not going to be prepared mentally for what transpires with with their mind, with what they see and how they see it. A lot of things are going to change with this person who unleashed this snake. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull these cards now. Oh my goodness. And see this deck right here is the Thoth deck. Every time I use it, it is very intense. Even though we haven't touched them yet, the energy is very intense. So I don't know. Okay. Mm. I mean, yeah, the reading could be about something totally different. We don't know. Okay. So there is an apology coming in, or someone offering their condolences for a loss. So remember, this is what does your child want to say to you? So the first part of this reading, it was about the vibe that I got, but it was about a child that had passed on. That was some extra energy. Now, this could be a continuation of that. You have to decide on your own how this resonates. Your situation doesn't necessarily have to involve witchcraft. It can just be malpractice. It could be something crazy. So have an open mind and take it as it resonates. Okay. All right. Yeah, someone's offering an apology for, I'm also hearing negligence. Hmm. Maybe someone was at work and yeah, something happened at work or while they were working. Maybe they were on their way to work. Yeah, something happened on the way to work. Um, all right. This is what I'm getting. Okay. This person was not alone. So maybe whoever they were with on their way to work is coming to apologize for your loss. So I don't know if hmm yeah, like there's some things that doesn't make sense or didn't make sense about this or about a story. Um I feel like there is a mother in particular here trying to make a particular story make sense, like make it make sense. Um, like maybe the story was that this child was alone, but deep down inside, you know they were not. Or this child is telling you that they were not alone. Mm. Okay. My gosh. Okay. They were not alone. Um, Damn. Oh my God. I don't want to. Okay. They were not alone. Um, I'm hearing they were at gunpoint. Um, but there was also some deception involved. Hmm. All right. I know I'm going really slow, but let's see, cause okay. So whoever they were with, I mean, I feel like it was a childhood friend or somebody that they were close to as like when they were younger. Um, so this is, yeah, a much older child. It's giving somebody was trying very hard. They wanted so much to be an adult. They wanted so much to be grown. Like, I just want to get out the house. I want to do what I want to do. I want to say what I want to say. Rushing to adulthood, rushing. Mm, this child is saying rushing to nothing. Rushing to nothing. Mm, mm. So, this child is sharing regrets about the things that they chased, about the life, and they're saying the lives that they chose. And that should make sense to someone. It's just giving me um, lives that they chose. Like, I chose to be a student, I chose to be a parent, I chose to be a drug addict, I chose to be so. in that respects. All right. So this child wants you to know that the truth is, on the inside, they were very insecure. They were struggling. Um, Insecure, struggling, battling addiction. Of course, like I said, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Um, but it took whatever has happened for this child to actually understand and come to that conclusion, um, for them to even be able to reflect and see what their mistakes were. Um, so, in essence, I'm sorry, hopefully, this doesn't trigger anybody, but this child is saying it's better for them that this happened because they had the opportunity to reflect and grow from it. They're feeling like if they had stayed here on this planet, they would never have had the opportunity to reflect because of how debilitating whatever mental stronghold was over them. They would have there's this is them, they would have never gotten over it. So whatever, if they had an addiction, they know that they would never have gotten over that addiction. Oh, gosh. Okay. Ooh. Okay, what does your child want to say to you? This is the last um, advice. Bask in joy and light. Choose your path. Unlock the magic within. Magic Guardian. So now, you could take this Magic Guardian. I feel like it resonates back to the very beginning of this particular deck 2 reading. Unlock the magic within. Like maybe there was someone who was using magic against you, and maybe you need to learn how to unlock that for yourself. But in unlocking that magic, you need to also choose your path. Choose your path. So, are you going to go down this dark path with this snake? Or are you going to be a protective guardian type magician with the hawk? And it says bask in joy and light. So now it's also giving me too that this is an older child. Like maybe they were dealing in some type of witchcraft, or some people around them were doing things. And I'm also getting some type of parent that was involved as well. Golden backed frog. Things are changing quickly. Embrace it. Release negative emotions and commit to new beginnings. Take a leap of faith. So, of course, if this child is not here, um, then they're like, it's all good. You have to live. I know things change very fast. I understand. I get it. Just embrace that I'm able to grow, learn, and develop from where I am. Yeah. And I'm also getting like, it's okay to start over. It's okay to start over. Quagga zebra. Accept yourself unconditionally. And when I was reading this too, I'm not sure why I didn't want to say it, but it was also like, it's not your fault. Like how this child turned out, what happened to them, the choices that they made, it was not your fault. And they want you to know that too. It's not your fault. Accept yourself unconditionally. Embrace your differences and others. Everything isn't always black and white. So it's almost like they are also asking you to forgive whatever friend this is that was connected or tied to this. They're asking for your forgiveness for them. Like, can you please forgive them? I hope this left you better than I found you. If you're interested in booking a personal or private reading, you can hit me up at stonythemystic.com. If you book a reading anywhere else, it is a scam. All right. All right. Let me know how this resonated in the comments, or if it resonated at all. Yeah. Hey. This is Stony the Mystic, and this is deck number 3. What does your child want to say to you? Whew, okay. This is a much lighter energy than the last one, but let's get it started. If you chose deck 3, let me do these. Okay. Okay. Give me a second, please. This child is wanting everything to be clear. Like, so I'm going to hold off on these other cards that I did first, these oracles. I'm just going to start with this because, yeah. Eight of Wands. So this child wants to communicate messages about the loss of a father, which also coincides with the loss of joy, with them feeling devoid of love. Oh my gosh. They feel betrayed. They feel lied to. Take it as it resonates. So it could be the death of a father, or a father leaving the home, or a father just not being there at all. But there is a lot of resentment here, a lot of sadness here. Yeah. This child is also very observant in that they see how this deception, how this lack of honesty, like somebody's probably, if you live with your mate or whatever, like a child is very aware and observant of that, and they recognize the burdens that you are under with the loss of a mate, or with a mate that's just, doing whatever they want to do and they're not there. Like, these children are very observant and they see what's going on, and they recognize the burden that it puts on another parent, the burden that it puts on the household, how quickly a loss or how quickly information can shift things and create a burden in the family or in the house. Now, if something has already happened, it happened very fast and created a lot of sadness. Um, if it hasn't happened, it's going to happen. It's going to be very fast. Mm. Okay, so it's almost like someone is planning to create a problem. Someone is planning to create disappointment. Someone is planning to create sadness. Um, hmm. Like this child is aware of this, of a masculine energy that manipulates and shifts the energy of the household. Like they plot and plan. Um, they plan, like they already have their ways of doing this. Um, hmm. Or maybe to keep someone in, maybe keep someone in the relationship or keep someone in the house. Uh, but there's someone here that just consistently creates lies, consistently creates deceptive messages in order to hmm, in order to control a situation, but also to protect themselves. Yeah, this child is just watching um, and waiting for an opportunity to get out. They're waiting for their opportunity to leave. Now, this father figure could also be someone that is a drinker. I see a lot of alcohol, a lot of drinking. Hmm. Yeah, just wanting to leave the confusion behind. Like, so imagine being a child and you see your mom being misused, manipulated, mistreated, abused emotionally, mentally. And then you see it and you're a child and you want to know, why doesn't she see it? Why won't she get out of it? So it's like you're confused. It's like you have to get away from the confusion, like, because it doesn't make sense to you. So it's like, I have to escape. I need to get away. So this child is, they're going to be in a rush to get away whenever they can. Hmm. Now, if this is a child that travels to their father's house, this child is, um, they're probably communicating to you about their drinking or how much they drink, or how they don't necessarily show emotions, maybe because they're busy drinking. I also see a child waiting to be picked up, but somebody's drinking, so they don't come or can't come. Okay, yeah. So this child is also confused about how somebody else's lies can create a burden for someone else. Like, why is my mom burdened or why is my dad burdened because somebody else is a liar? They want to switch things around. Like, there is just so much confusion and resentment here with this child. Yeah, let me move these out the way because I gotta focus. Okay, I don't know what is going on upstairs, but yeah. Okay. You got the magician and the devil. Whew. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay. Magician and the Two of Wands. Planning and creating an opportunity. Maybe this child is planning and creating an opportunity for you to see the insecurity, the deception, the tie, the bind, the the binding that you are under in this relationship. Like I feel like this child is plotting to get you the truth, to get you out, to get you the information, to get you the thinking, to get you the knowledge, the truth, to set you free. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, somebody is trying, basically planning to reveal the truth, planning to uh, remove all illusion. So someone may be bringing a truth, a truth to you, something um, that's going to break something down, that's going to clean something up. It is going to transform someone's way of being. This new information is going to do that. It's going to do it. It's going to do it very quickly. Not only is it going to change their way of being, it's going to change what they produce and how quickly they can produce. So this is a cleansing of blockages. A cleansing of blockages. Where there was creativity, there will be fire, there will be action, not just ruminating, not just thinking, not just daydreaming. There will be action because someone has allowed themselves to be released from bondage, the bondage of a man, whether it is a past relationship, whether it is a current relationship, a father, like whatever this energetic tie is about to be broken. Not just broken from you separating physically, but there is going to be an energetic disconnection. Absolute energetic disconnection. You have the star, the God. It's like you have already bore the cross. You've already, you know, you've done the work. You have done the work. This is also giving shadow work. What does your child want to say to you? This is crazy. Like, this is who you are. They want you to accept who you are as a radiant specimen of God. Those are their words. But this tie that you are too in tune to is dragging you down. So imagine you are a Ferrari, right? But you're accustomed to going fast. You're accustomed to being beautiful. You're accustomed to being seen and standing out. But now you have a tractor trailer attached to you and you're dragging it. When in actuality, the tractor trailer, which is larger in size, which has more power, which is more powerful, should be carrying it. It should be protected on the inside, from the inside the trailer, protected from the elements. This valuable thing. Now, I feel like this child wants you to become aware, be more aware of your power, be more aware of what you're attaching yourself to, be more aware of what you are attracting. Who are you on the inside? Also taking your time to get to know yourself, to get to know people, to go through the phases or the stages of getting to know yourself as well as other people, getting to know yourself with this other person. Who are you with them? Taking your time. And now I'm also getting that whoever this devil energy is that this child sees you attached to, it doesn't necessarily even have to be another man. It could be an aspect of yourself. Fear, anxiety. I keep hearing fear, mental confusion. All right. Last cards. What is some advice? Now, if you made it this far and you're interested in booking a personal or private reading, you can hit me up at stonythemystic.com and book your reading there. Now, if you book a reading somewhere else, like in somebody DM or something like that, then you just got scammed, okay? The only place I book readings are on my website. Okay? All right. Let's see what we got going on. This was in reverse, and I don't really like reading reversals. Let's see what it feels like, though. Appreciate and nurture healthy bonds. Okay? Okay, not this toxic devil person that wants to control. Okay? Or this negative thinking, this anxiety. Appreciate and nurture healthy bonds. Know when to detach and stand on your own. Take pride in yourself and what you do. Detach from that negative thought. Detach from the anxiety and watch it. What does it look like? Oh my God, that anxiety looks really crazy. I don't want to participate. I'm not participating. Okay, I don't know how to do that, but yeah. So, I mean, I don't know how to not participate in anxiety, but yeah, figure it out. You got it. Rise and shine. The past is behind you. Absolutely. Reflect on the lessons you've learned and embrace your bright future. So you don't necessarily have to beat yourself up for being involved in this toxic situation or thinking the way that you did, because this is all about growth. This is all about you having the clarity to understand and know that the past is behind you, that you've learned your lesson, and it's time for you to move on and start fresh and start new. True peace is found in spiritual fulfillment. Get in tune with your divine self to reach your fullest potential. So, in order for you to also be able to identify these toxic people, this toxic energy, this anxiety before it rears its ugly head, this lack of confidence before it starts to push you back into a shell, you have to tap in to yourself. Tap in and have the understanding and recognition that you are a divine being. You are a divine aspect of God. Okay? Choose your path. Make a choice about how you want to be, who you want to be. Make a choice about what you want to be attached to, what you want to be identified by and as. Enjoy success and happiness. And so this also was all about communication. Like, there is some communication that is going to come through that is going to help and free you. So just wait on that information. Okay. Again, if you made it this far, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that. And if you're interested in booking a personal private reading, feel free to hit me up on StonyTheMystic.com. Again, if you book a reading anywhere else that is not the website, DMs, or anywhere else, you have been scammed.